All right, Jared. Again, I took your advice. Didn't have to talk me into much, though, knowing it was HBO. But The Last of Us, I never played the game, but the first two episodes, I know I didn't see the third yet.
Oh, you're missing out, man.
First two episodes, outstanding. I'll probably watch episode 3 tomorrow. But
episode 3,
you were right.
People are going gaga over it on
Really?
social media. They love it. Matt, have you seen it yet?
Yep, just watched it today.
It's incredible. I mean, it's like a kind of a standalone episode with Nick Offerman from Parks and Rec fame. It's awesome. It is just an awesome episode. It'll make you cry. I mean, I've always loved the whole Doomsday Prepper thing. I used to watch that show.
Oh, yeah.
There's something awesome about having a sweet like Doomsday bunker, which he has, that I could watch for hours on end.
I know. I've seen people saying that they would love a spin-off. I don't want to spoil anything for you, Ted. They would love a spin-off of like this story from the third episode. There's a lot of shock value.
Good.
Some people again don't want to spoil anything. Some people don't like the episode because of some stuff that goes on during the episode, because of different reasons. Jared laid it out though. It's I didn't want to turn it off. I mean, it was one of those, you almost wanted it to be a full like movie. So it was, I mean, Offerman obviously is great. One of the other characters that came in
right here. His name is Frank Murray Bartlett.
Yep.
Oh, you know who he is,
fantastic.
don't you? He was in White Lotus.
Okay.
Oh, that is who that is.
Yes, and he was also in another one I watched called.
I can't believe I didn't connect the dots on that.
Yeah,
that is who that is.
Yeah, this show is doing a great job. I love, again, obviously because I played the game, so it's cool to remember scenes from the game or whatever. I just love how they are hopping around from, I guess maybe pre-pandemic to like the current state. I just think kind of like what you said, Jared, the Doomsday stuff with like that movie I Am Legend with Will Smith, I just think it's so cool to see like the city all grown over. I don't know what it is. I just think
pretty wild.
It's a wild thought to think about if it ever actually happened like that. So with this Last of Us show, seeing Boston all grown over, seeing how they navigate through. I love the zombies. I'm not like a huge zombie movie fan, but these ones are just so cool. I don't know, intense. I don't know what the
realistic
word is.
I think that's maybe what's creepy. It's actually like it's the most realistic idea for a zombie invasion yet. Not saying it's realistic, but of all of them that we've had, this is probably the most realistic.
Well, what's scary about, and that not a spoiler for people who haven't, I mean, it's been out now for a little bit, but this doesn't spoil anything, but how the whole series starts off with the doctor in like the 60s.
That was
describing
awesome.
The difference between a virus and a fungus. I mean, you're sitting there watching it going like, oh man. You're like watching it like
I almost texted you guys. I was 10 minutes in. I almost texted you and go, wow, this is unreal. That was a great start. It really was. And you're talking about zombies. Zombies have come a long way in movies. I mean, from Night of the Living Dead, to Dawn of the Dead, because in those days, zombies all got together and if they trapped you, you were done for, but they were slow. These zombies are not slow.
No. That is hilarious. Yeah, that's like The Walking Dead. The zombies were. It's like, how do you even die in this world?
Right.
Yeah, they're just
that's exactly what you thought.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's a great show. I mean, I think we can tell all three of us would highly recommend anyone who hasn't gotten into it. If you have HBO, if you don't, get that free trial and try and knock it out because it's the acting is great and it's HBO. Ted can't rave enough about anything on HBO, so it's super good.
You know what I'm not ashamed to admit either is like Pedro Pascal. I mean, dude, he's a handsome guy, very handsome fella.
He is.
I mean, from Ted, that you'll appreciate this. He's kind of like the new hot thing on social media. People have a big crush on him. So
he's the new Rip from Yellowstone.
Yeah, he's Rip from Yellowstone,
or Spencer from 1923.
Yeah, right.
I can agree with that one.
So I just had to throw that out there, man. I mean, because there's a scene at the end where he's like all cleaned up or whatever. And it's just like, wow, he's a good looking dude. There's a reason they pay him millions to make these shows.
Amen. Amen. I only got one other thing I want to add to this segment. It's a network show, ABC. I for late night TV hosts, there's some good ones out there with Colbert and Jimmy Fallon, but my guy's Jimmy Kimmel, and he just had his 20th anniversary show, and his first 3 guests 20 years ago were Snoop Dogg, George Clooney, and Coldplay. and he had all 3 of them back.
That's cool.
It was awesome. If you get a chance to watch the anniversary show, it was really well done with a lot of old clips back
Yeah,
20
yeah.
years ago. It was great.
That is cool. I don't watch them anymore. I don't know why. I'm just watching different stuff, I guess. I don't watch
Mhm.
those late night shows anymore, but I've always liked them. I remember, growing up trying to stay up late to watch Letterman
Mhm.
or, trying to stay up to watch Leno. And then when
That's
Jimmy Fallon got his, I used to like Conan O'Brien a lot. I would watch Conan
Conan was
O'Brien
great.
almost every night. But then when Jimmy Fallon got his, I would try and watch that because he always had great guests and stuff too. I really like late night shows. I don't know why. I just don't watch them anymore. So that is cool. I mean, I see clips,
yeah.
on Twitter, whatever, but
I
that's about
always
it.
loved watching that show. Like after the NBA Finals on ABC,
Yeah.
they would have it come right on afterward. I always loved it. Yeah, it's a great show. It's around 20 years.
Yep.
Yeah,
He always does the half-hour pregame too for
Yeah.
NBA Finals. That's really good. He
Who's
always
his
has
who's his
that's
dude?
probably what
Who's
I'm
his
thinking of, to be
sidekick?
honest.
Guillermo.
Guillermo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
he's my man. He's the one I like. Is anything
Yeah.
else on Tedertainment Tonight you guys got? I know
I don't think so. Just waiting for Yellowstone. I know Yellowstone's not coming back until the summer, but 1923 I think is
that's coming back in
still
February.
February, so kind of a standstill on those, but
And
two,
Tulsa King, don't forget, check out Tulsa King.
yeah.
two final questions. Do you have a like Yellowstone shirt? Either of you guys?
I don't.
Honestly, I've seen a couple kind of cool ones,
Me
and I'm
too.
like, I can't pull the trigger because I'm not that big of a fanboy where I'm gonna wear a Yellowstone. But I've seen a couple that I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool
I
shirt.
saw one in reference to the train station that I almost pulled the trigger on.
Yeah.
And then Ted, one last one because we were talking about night shows. Are you still on SNL? Have you given up on that show yet, or are you
Nah, I'm
still
gonna stick
watching it?
with it till it's done. I mean, it has its
Every week
moments
you watch it?
every week. Every week. In fact, before I came downstairs to start this pod, I started watching this last week. They had Michael B. Jordan on as the host.
Yep.
You know,
Wow. All right.
yeah, I'm
Thank you
still
for your
with it.
service.
You're
What did
welcome.
I saw a clip they did a Jake from State Farm skit.
Uh-huh.
Have you
I
gotten to
haven't seen
that
that
yet?
yet. No.
That
No,
was
I
pretty
haven't.
good, but that's I definitely do not watch it as much as you, but like every once in a while you'll see a skit shared that you're like, all right, that was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have as many as they should, but not like in the heyday, but I'm still
Right.
sticking with it. I like to see who the guest is, and I like check out the musical guest too. And the weekend update, it's usually always very, very
Yeah.
topical and very funny. So
Yeah.
I'm an SNL guy.
Love it.
All right, guys, let's get out of here. I just want to
I'll say
again thank.
real quick, this is a little entertainment before we sign
Okay.
off.
All
Just
right.
final Rihanna halftime show
Hmm.
at the
Right.
Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ted, does that excite you? Jared, does that excite you? Because Rihanna's
Maybe,
a little more like my era, but
This
she's
is her
she
still
second
carried into
time,
my
right?
era.
It's her second time, isn't it?
Maybe she like was featured, but this is her first
Oh,
time like headlining.
okay.
I've been saying this for the last few years. They keep nailing these halftime shows.
yeah.
They finally transitioned from Ted's crap
Mm-hmm.
to crap that people actually like listening to, man. And I couldn't be more thankful for it.
Yeah. Well, I
I'll be
didn't
curious to
mind.
see what she does. If she does a lot of her older stuff, if she's got some new stuff, but
She put on a good show.
she's all right to look at too. So
Yeah.
it'll be a good
I
show.
didn't mind the J-Lo show. That was perfectly fine to me.
J-Lo and Shakira.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's like the closest to your generation, man.
Is that why? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're
I don't
right.
know. Are we prisoners of the moment? Last year's with Snoop
That
Dogg
was
and
awesome.
Dr. Dre and Eminem and 50 Cent.
That
That's
was
going to
pretty
be tough to
good.
top.
Yeah,
That will
that
be.
was awesome.
All right. You guys are looking forward to the halftime show. I'm looking forward to the game. What can I tell you?
I'm
All
looking
right.
forward to the game, I guess. But